Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. In short, this scene is chaotic and crazy. For all of you. This side, you must always look inward and try to keep your mind from letting it drift away to the outside world. Always be on guard and control yourself. Another side, try to purify your essence with practice and work to strengthen your positive energy. You should reduce your nonsense talking and recite Buddha's name to maintain your positive energy. Don't talk too much about worldly matters. In this scene, those who talk too much and tend to speak carelessly, causing trouble and leading to mental chaos. Remember, talking too much can waste your positive energy and cause mental chaos. You can also get into bad karma. If your words are not good and not useful, you can get into a lot of trouble because of carelessness in your words. You must understand and take care of yourself to overcome this test, my children. Here Father also sees this often when you think that the practitioners, especially the great God's decreed spirit, often encounter challenges and stumbles, so you are afraid to become the great God's decreed spirit. The truth is that it is not like that, my children. It is not only the great God's decreed spirit who encounters challenges, my children. Challenges are due to your own karma. As for the little God's decreed spirit who still has much karma, you also encounter continuous challenges as usual, but the great God's decreed spirit has a brighter spirituality. If you stumble, you can still have a chance to overcome difficulties. As for the little God's decreed spirit, your spirituality is lack of clarity. Once you fall, it is difficult to overcome, my children. Therefore, having the great God's decreed spirit is a great blessing, my children. However, here you must know that no matter how terrible the adversity, challenge, difficulty, or struggling, it is not as dangerous as the weakness, fear of your inner self, of your will, of your soul, which is the ghost that lingers around, the real culprit that sows fear and hinders you, not the trials from the outside. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. On your journey of drifting, forging your will and learning to evolve, the moment you can dispel the ghost of weakness and fear in your heart, overcome that culprit. Then immediately all challenges, no matter how arduous, will disappear before the dawn of wisdom, meaning of the awakening of understanding and insight that arises after overcoming ignorance and confusion, marking a transformative shift towards enlightenment and clarity in one's spiritual journey. My children, so the problem here is not fear running away from challenges or hoping not to face challenges. Father repeats, the problem here is not fear running away from challenges or hoping not to face challenges, because not facing challenges is something that never happens to any soul that has to come to earth to learn, my children, especially when you are still entangled in the cycle of karma. So the only way is to face challenges and control your inner self to overcome. This is the necessary self-defense instinct of the soul on its evolutionary path. You must know that when you fall before a challenge, it is not because of the challenge, but because of the weakness and fear of your soul. As a practitioner, if you want to find a bright dawn wisdom, want to progress quickly, want to be enlightened quickly, want to quickly open your wisdom, you must try to completely abandon the thoughts of fear of challenges, fear of suffering, fear of evil, fear of danger. These fears are obscure the true spirit. The wisdom is not developed deeply, and you cannot evolve to a higher level of enlightenment. Your soul lacking courage is stuck in the cycle of reincarnation forever, until your soul has enough great will to rise to the bright upper realm. Therefore, whoever wants to be liberated must definitely learn courage. Remember that a weak, fearful soul certainly cannot be enlightened and can easily stumble and fall in this test, my children. You understand quite well and try to practice the cycle of being courageous. That is, great heroism in your inner self, my children.
Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being. Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven. The divine teachings of God. Dear Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor. Children have tried to get rid of our anger, but have not succeeded. When someone provokes us, children get angry and cannot hold back. Please teach children how to correct it. Dear Father, my children, you try to practice the wheel of Dharma, meaning of a great and revolutionary change with universal consequences. More to bring the pure energy to correct your body, to cleanse the 5 internal organs of heart, liver, spleen, lungs, and kidneys, when the 5 elements of earth, water, air, fire and ether are dispersed. The 5 internal organs are not cleansed. My children, your one of organs is blocked. So you become hot-tempered and angry. Here Father explains more about anger to guide your thinking to help you improve. Anger is the nature of God as well as yours. Father has explained this, If you want to reach enlightenment, you do not need to get rid of anger but learn pure anger. What does that mean, my children? Here Father explains clearly, anger in human is a response to the stimulation of another object through thoughts, words or actions. When you are seriously angry, you react by releasing heavy thoughts. That is negative thoughts direct at the person who made you angry. You speak hotly and sometimes act wrongly, leading to bad consequences. This type of anger only destroys you, negatively affects your body, causes you to quickly collapse, makes you and the other person even worse. Not to mention the unforeseen harmful consequences caused by unwise actions when angry. All these become karmic forces that act back on you to hinder your evolution. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God the human being. Mother the Holy Mother God the Holy Mother's Earth, in the 36th heaven. The divine teachings of God. Now you start practicing anger. When someone makes you angry, try to be quiet and avoid reacting immediately to anger at that moment, and to help reduce the anger, you put your tongue close to your teeth, and inhale slowly, exhale until all the air is gone while silently reciting the name of the Father, the Jade Emperor, the highest Emperor. The Buddha, imagine right in the middle of your head. Inhale many times like that until you feel your mind calm down. At that time you think of yourself as one with God and then start practicing anger. At that time you think of yourself as God and respond to that person who make you angry with good thoughts by blessing that person to become brighter and more understanding. When these thoughts come until you feel your inner peace return, this is the most appropriate and wise way to react. This not only protects you, nourishes you but also nurtures you to become brighter, and can gradually influence that person in a way that is beneficial to you. If that person treats you badly, the pure anger method both nourishes you, avoids bad karma, and has the merit of giving enlightenment to that person. If you always practice this anger method, you gradually progress to enlightenment until you know pure anger. Then you truly have the anger of Buddha. Because whoever makes Buddha angry, Buddha will react immediately by releasing a little yang energy to that person to pull that person up. So when you truly know yin energy, the soul does not rebel in darkness and stay in hell. When you truly know pure anger, your mind is clear and pure. And in the state of nirvana to reach the throne of God, you are yin energy with pure anger at the same time, at the throne of the Father. Any core nature that manifests in both yang and yin states at the same time, is like a fellow practitioner of yours, with a fairly high level of cultivation and accomplishment. That person has the opportunity day and night to reach nirvana. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven. The divine teachings of God. Father is angry because that person does wrong. Father builds that person. But the more angry Father is, the more that person scolds. But the more angry Father is, the brighter that person becomes and the more he or she enjoys. The brighter that person's aura becomes, and the aura is pulled by that person's own aura to the extremely pure place, making that person brighter and happier. Therefore, looking at Father's provision at that time, the anger is like immortal, but the anger is still strong enough to pull that person's aura of a higher level of evolution to a higher frequency of his or her own. Many times that person experiences this phenomenon and enjoys it to the fullest because of his or her high level of evolution with a pure heart and mind. Seeing the aura and knowing the precious value of the aura that Father gives to open his or her soul to receive, you can ask that person to once again understand this phenomenon more clearly. As for children who are still full of pride in the mortal world or have not overcome their karma, if they are scolded like that, those children will be so sad that they close their hearts because of karma, because of that trouble that they do not know how to appreciate and cannot enjoy much.
Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being, Mother the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven. The divine teachings of God, therefore. When Father descends into the mortal world of the holy golden body, you will see Father manifesting all the natures of God in the yang and yin states at the same time, and the holy golden body is both mortal and transcendental at the same time. Dear Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, recently, there has been a phenomenon of practicing the 4 seasons in the meditation hall, as well as a phenomenon of bodhisattvas using yang energy charm to cure illnesses for many fellow practitioners in the emptiness sect, with the Father's consent. This makes some fellow practitioners wonder and think that the spirit of emptiness is self-cultivation and self-perfection. So why use yang energy charm? Some of children, because they do not understand, have hastily assumed that Father and Tuantin are still in the state of form and appearance of the existent due to the great superstition in the emptiness sect. Please explain clearly so that fellow practitioners are not be confused, dear Father. My children, why is there a custom of drinking the yang energy charm in the meditation hall, as well as bodhisattvas receiving the yang energy charm to heal illnesses with Father's consent? Father explains clearly to you. My children, if you know how to cultivate yourself, improve yourself, as you say, as you know, awaken yourself to take care of yourself and take care of Father without whining, without crying and calling Father to save you, then Father does not have to suffer so much, sending all kinds of ways down to earth to save you from the sufferings that are testing the world according to the karma of humanity, so that you can repay the karma that you have borrowed, then borrow that suffering to teach you and also borrow that suffering to measure your level of evolution. So this is called a test of humanity. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father, God the human being, Mother the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth, and the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. But then looking back in this test of cramming karma, there are not many children with a high level of evolution. So if you want to cultivate the emptiness sect, Father asks you, how many of you have a level of purity and stability in this test? If you cultivate the emptiness sect and know how to truly enter the emptiness sect without letting your mind wander out of chaos to steadily move forward in adversity, know how to rely on karma to progress, know how to receive valuable lessons for your soul to learn and evolve while enduring the bitter trials of karmic trials. My children, Father does not need to go to great lengths to transfer the means of form and appearance to support you further. The reason for suppressing the meditation hall is because before this incident, no cultivator had enough pure energy to protect yourself as before. The source of grace that supports the meditation hall when it is in operation is no longer there. Day by day, invisible yin energy enters the mortal body and disguises itself as fellow practitioners to disturb and destroy the meditation hall, causing trouble for those who come to the meditation hall whose pure energy is not yet stable and can be negatively affected. Therefore, Father allows the children of Thiên to suppress and help neutralize the yin energy of the meditation hall. Then, in order to prevent the evil yin energy from continuing to try to destroy this meditation hall, there is a procedure for children who want to enter the meditation hall to go through the procedure of drinking the yang energy charm. This yang energy charm is imprinted by the Tin with pure energy from the heavens. This method has the effect of neutralizing the yin energy thanks to the pure energy in the yang energy charm. Therefore, children who are invaded or have bad intentions to come here to cause harm are neutralized by the power of yang dissolution so that the yin can give up its wrong calculations and not cause trouble or disturbance. My children, Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth, and the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. The sequence of drinking yang energy charms when entering the meditation hall is just a way to subdue the evil elements which have been invaded by the yin energy block. You must know that with a percentage, you cannot look at your fellow practitioners to subdue them. This scene is the scene of the yin energy block slapping prestige and happiness, and cannot trust those who claim to be fellow practitioners. Perhaps those who do wrong are also just puppets, a tool that has been borrowed and manipulated, and their souls are too weak to resist. The yin will to act has invaded their souls, so those has been transferred into the sequence of drinking yang energy charms that confuses you. If you doubt it, then there is no need to go to meditation hall. You can stay at home and practice to gain peace of mind. My children, Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth, and the 36th heaven. The divine teachings of God. This scene must have encountered many troubles that cannot be satisfied. You must strive in adversity to progress in your cultivation. Father knows that many of you want to borrow the scene of the meditation hall to practice more easily, but are afraid of drinking the yang energy charm. What can you do when the yin energy is too fierce even though the meditation hall has been shaken? But the sacred beings that have been shaken here, there must be thousands of tasks to do in this scene of great suffering to save the souls of God who have heavy karma. Their forces must be scattered everywhere to take care of saving the suffering people and the victims who have come to the brink of death and human disaster by God's command and cannot stay in many places. Those places do not need much, so this additional control procedure must be used. That work is somewhat troublesome for fellow practitioners. So prevent some trouble that may happen to such children so that you can see that if you know how to practice and have a fairly pure level of enlightenment to pass this scene firmly, if there are not weak children whose souls are easily invaded by the yin energy mass and are pulled away causing trouble and disturbance, then why Father bothers with the above problems? My children, the scene of suffering is happening everywhere. The heavy karma of the Lord's soul is being tested and is falling. Children are crying out to heaven for help, making Father feels pain day and night.
Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth, in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. Father is talking about the Wu Wei, meaning of emptiness sect. My children, this gloomy scene and continuous falling down makes Father cry bitterly. If you know how to cultivate and progress as you say, if you have enough way power to protect yourself, then Father suffers much less. But look back at yourself. Some children are invaded by negative energy, useless, some are tormented by illness, sometimes encounter hardships and challenges, but lack will, lack determination, cannot rise up, then lament that children want to practice, want to go home to heaven but cannot go all the way, etc. Faced with this tragic scene, Father knows how to save you from suffering, if not use the form and appearance of the existence. My children, how long has it been since Father gives you the method of Wu Wei to save you, but you have been indifferent and negligent? What is that method of Wu Wei, my children? It is to open the great path of heaven, to remind, to call, to encourage and urge you to try to practice, try to fast, try to be honest and truthful, do good and avoid evil, practice and cultivate yourself to reduce karma, reduce suffering and reduce disaster for yourself. But you have not used that meaning of Wu Wei. The propagation down to save you has not been successful, causing the world to slide downhill miserably. When Wu Wei is not effective, Father must use the Ziran meaning of existence fact. My children, Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. Father says that Father does not know whether using the worldly form and appearance of the existence to save children is a low form or not, but the high form is not enough, the medium form is not good. So Father has to use the low form to save children. Therefore the sacredness of the Yang Mass is given a mission by God, borrowing a mortal body to continue to save the world, to dissolve a part of the Yin Mass that is raging in the world, so that humanity suffer less. That is also the reason why there is a phenomenon of bodhisattvas continuing to use physical bodies to use pure amulets to save suffering beings. It is part of karma, to support the evolution of humanity. Because in Wu Wei here, there are many examples, when children awaken to know how to practice, want to advance, want to meditate to achieve liberation, the previous karma is too heavy, the treasure is exhausted, the spirit is exhausted, all the mechanical organs in the body of the four elements are broken. Now when the children begin to know how to advance, they no longer have the strength to go. The will is exhausted, the body is damaged, the energy is weak, the children become victims, allowing the yin forces to be used, and the rest is tested by the karmic force, pulling the children down and unable to practice the Dharma. Therefore, Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, also tries to save children, to take a little less burden, a little less suffering, a little less karma for children, so that all of you can evolve more easily. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. Therefore, Father has agreed to let any child who is invaded by evil spirits, whose body is tormented by illness, attain the bodhisattva nature just to reduce suffering and focus on evolution. This is God's saving grace in the end times, a means to help the world, reduce suffering and create better conditions for evolution in the state of yin. Only you never take the goal as the means. What is your goal, my children? It is the continuous evolution of your soul. This goal you never forget, because if you forget it, you will immediately regress. Father sees that because Bodhisattva receives divine power through the mortal body, uses yang charm to cure diseases. Many of you think that this is a pure charm and abuse it by clinging to the percentage of pure charm, so your soul is lost, suddenly lulled into form and appearance of the existence. Then bound by the form and appearance of conditioned being, unable to advance higher. Father clearly explains to you as Father has determined above that. This is a yang charm supported by pure power, but not because it is a pure charm that your spiritual development depends on the pure power supported by yang charm, so remember that you must go and advance. Yang charm cannot go for you. If you drink yang charm and can return to your destination in heaven, Father has transmitted yang charm to the world, to bring all of you back to heaven, long ago. You must understand that your journey is to cultivate, to train your will to strive to evolve forever until your will becomes infinite. You must learn to understand, you must practice in adversity, rely on karma to learn and progress. The temporary purification amulet helps those children who are too heavy with karma, are tormented by unjust debts, their souls and bodies are in turmoil, they want to go but cannot. Father has mercy, grants, grace, saves and supports them with a little strength to reduce your suffering and burdens so that they can continue to take care of themselves. Many children who are not sick also ask for amulets to drink to increase their internal strength to practice. This is not harmful, but it is harmful to overuse amulets. My children, Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. Why is that? Because Father fears that once you have the spirit of relying on the amulet without taking care of yourself, your will to strive is weakened, and thus you are stagnant, not develop, not make great progress. You know that although it is a pure amulet, it is still fake, my children. It is better than a real yin, but the pure part that the amulet brings to you is still fake, my children, because it is not really yours, so it must be lost. Your yang energy is the pure energy that you always try to cultivate through a virtuous and virtuous life, through diligent meditation practice, through visualizing the purity and peace of all your microcosms. Only with your pure energy you can truly enjoy it, and enjoy it sustainably. Do not pray for amulets to help you progress quickly, meditate easily, etc. That is the spirit of relying on and abusing amulets. This not only does not help you go quickly, but also hinders your progress. Father says that drinking the yang charm is not harmful, but you must understand that the harm here is not caused by the yang charm, but by your own spirit of abusing the yang charm. But then if any of you have an illness that needs urgent care, you can come and ask Bodhisattva for help. My children, Father thinks Father also needs to say a few words of advice. If any of you have been cured, you must remember to practice cultivation. If you do not practice recitation, your illness is sure to recur. That is all, because you must realize that lack of cultivation is the cause of all illnesses, both physical and mental, until you understand that you yourself have made yourself sick by wasting your life force through a crazy and chaotic life, and that only you are the true master who can cure the root of your illness. Then your hope is being healed. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being Mother, the Holy Mother God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God, because if you live impurely without moderation, indulging in greed, hatred, delusion, joy, anger, love and hate, etc., you are wasting your life force and destroying yourself. When you are angry a lot, sad a lot, worried a lot, calculating a lot, enjoying sensual pleasures, your mind is too active in worldly affairs, of course you get weak and sick. Yes, logically, when you are angry, sad, worried, calculating, your mind is too active, not peaceful, and not pure. At that moment, your brain secretes toxins that destroy your body, then your nervous system is disturbed, your heart beats irregularly, and your circulatory, respiratory, digestive and mental organs are all negatively affected, and if in your daily life you are too impulsive or always impulsive, then naturally your body's mechanism degenerates, leading to illness. According to the science of Wu Wei, when you worry, calculate and have many desires to move because of worldly life, then your treasure, that is, your spirit and life energy, is dispersed, worn out, the 5 aggregates degenerate, the 6 organs and 5 viscera are damaged. Your soul is no longer nourished and matured. You become confused, dark and weak, like a flickering light that gradually dims until it goes out. Your mind falls asleep. The 5 elements are dispersed and weakened, because these problems are the cause of all illnesses of your body and soul. Father the Jade Lord, the highest Emperor, the Holy Father God, the human being, Mother, the Holy Mother, God, the Holy Mother's Earth in the 36th heaven, the divine teachings of God. Therefore, Father repeats, you must awaken to see that you have made yourself sick, and that you are the only master who can cure the root of the illness. Any other master besides you is a fake master, because these masters only cure the consequences of the illness. Only you are the master who can cure the cause of your illness. The meaning is that you must cure the cause for your illness to be cured, because where there is a root, there are still branches, where there is a cause, there are still effects. If you rely on any other master besides yourself and do not know how to maintain moderation, do not know how to nourish, do not know how to practice, then no matter how good the other master is, how good the medicine is, how strong the yang charm is, those things cannot save you, because the result of the treatment is destroyed by you yourself by a chaotic life afterwards. Therefore, only when you understand this spirit and are determined to take care of yourself, and your illness has a chance of being complete.